Darim tries to reassure Ji-hyuk that she is fine and asks for permission to leave the room. Ji-hyuk gently asks her to listen to him, reminding her that the doctor says she must stay hospitalized for at least 1 day. But Darim hesitates and asks how expensive the daily cost is, even suggesting that they move her to a 6-person room. Ji-hyuk explains that they say this is the only room available, and there is nothing they can do, especially since Darim collapses while working at the office. He tries to calm her by saying that he will pay the hospital bill and tells her not to worry about it. He then asks her to lift her head from the pillow, warning that he will lower her evaluation score if she refuses to follow her team leader's instructions. Unable to argue, Darim agrees to his request. When she moves because she wants to drink water, the worried Ji-hyuk tries to stop her, telling her to just say what she needs because he will handle everything. He then gets the water for her. Ji-hyuk helps her sit in a comfortable position so she can drink, and without realizing it, their faces come very close. For a brief moment, they stare at each other in an awkward silence that makes their hearts race, as if they might even kiss, until a nurse suddenly enters the room. Startled, Ji-hyuk immediately pulls himself away from Darim. The nurse comes in to take Darim's blood pressure but becomes confused, wondering why her blood pressure shows so high. She asks Ji-hyuk, "They didn't mention blood pressure in the ER, right?" Ji-hyuk stiffens and replies, "They don't say anything special." The nurse then asks Darim whether she feels short of breath or if her face feels hot. Darim insists she is completely fine, which makes the nurse question whether the machine is at fault, and Darim tries to reassure her that it might be. The nurse says she will bring a manual device and check again. When the nurse leaves, awkwardness fills the space between them. Ji-hyuk excuses himself, saying he will step out to buy a drink. Darim says she will stay right where she is, trying to hide her embarrassment, and once Ji-hyuk is out of the room, she pulls the blanket over her face. Darim wakes up after receiving overnight inpatient treatment and finds Ji-hyuk asleep beside her, realizing that he hasn't gone home and continues to stay by her side. His care moves her deeply yet breaks her heart at the same time, making her fall even harder for him in a pain she cannot express as she looks at him and tries to reach out to him. Ji-hyuk looks at Darim with love and tenderness in his eyes. He takes care of her with unwavering attention, and despite the distance between them, the worry remains. On the other hand, Sunwoo begins to sense an unusual spark between Darim and Ji-hyuk, something that suggests they are more than just a team leader and a team member. At one point, Sunwoo loses track of Darim as the day grows darker and the rain keeps falling. He calls out her name over and over. Ji-hyuk is just as frantic when he cannot find her and keeps struggling to contact her, until he eventually discovers her collapsed on the ground and tries to wake her. His growing torment and helplessness as he looks at Darim push him to confess that he is not a good person either, that he also swayed, his face slowly leaning closer as if he is about to kiss her. In that moment, Sunwoo finally finds them and tries to take Darim's hand, but Ji-hyuk, clearly irritated, pulls their hands apart. Sunwoo becomes upset and demands to know what he is doing, a moment that easily sparks suspicion about what is happening between them. Later, Darim asks someone for Ji-hyuk's home address because she wants to visit him. But instead of welcoming her kindly, Ji-hyuk greets her with an annoyed look and asks whether her husband knows she is here. Darim believes that visiting him can give him strength and support, but she is taken aback when he says that people would call this an affair. The anger and restrained affection inside Ji-hyuk spiral out of control, blurring the line he tries so hard not to cross. He himself becomes confused by what he feels, as if he feels like he's going crazy because of his feelings for her.